Hello everyone, it's Stray Faye here with another episode of Olympia Soiree. Where are we at? We're on chapter 4 of Kuroba's route. Byakuya's search for a husband is getting greatly sidetracked by learning more about cures for haku instead. We learned more about one cure for haku using the black blood. It's really hard to pronounce. Tokiji Kuten ne. And it does kind of remind me of, like, it really does remind me of a quote, like, from Apothecary Diaries, like, when the apothecary was trying to advise, like, the courtesans to stop using lead makeup. It's like, they pretty much traded away their beauty, their life for beauty, and then in the end they lost both. So even though they have this cure that can save them, with the side effect being that they just change color, they still choose death. Alright, so let's start the next chapter, the imprisoned fish. I feel like all these characters are imprisoned fish here. You can't leave this island. Things are bad, like, got no choice but to stay. Alright, anywho, we got a yellow chamberlain, seems a little bit distraught. Lady Olympia, a moment please! Oh, is there something you need? Doma's chamberlain hurriedly ran toward me just as I was about to leave the manor. It is regarding tonight's performance. The master asks that you arrive earlier than usual, regardless of the sun's state. Understood. Alright, I totally forgot about these ceremonies. Doma kept his eyes on the solar link he cast and decided when I would perform my rituals. Apparently, the state of the link varied depending on the souls offered, which differed each time in amount and quality. It also seemed that my dance couldn't make any changes to the sun's brilliance in and of itself. Okay. So it's just like... So she doesn't have the power to, to turn on and off the sun, it's just more, like, figurative. I'll be back before nightfall if you'll excuse me. Please stay safe. Alright, don't get kidnapped. Don't get any carriages. Gonna keep remembering that. Lady Olympia, who is this? This could be many people. I heard my name called out as I was on my way to the bathhouse. A young man approached me quickly on the main street. He has an envelope with him. His hair was dark blue with a hint of navy. His clothes are simple, but his upbringing was evident from his posture and decorum. He has a mark on his face, just like Kaina. Did he punch someone? It'd be funny if this is the same guy. Did one guy from the red, punch a guy from the blue? Like, what if, that guy went to jail too, just from, hitting someone else? Oh, this is Aohito. Wait. Was he Kaina's friend? I don't know what voice I gave him. Pleased to meet you. My name is Aohito. Forgive my sudden intrusion. Oops. I'll punch my desk. No apology necessary. I'm happy you called to me. Is this perhaps about needing a letter delivered? Yes, I would like to have this letter delivered to my mother at the Blue. I'd be more than happy to. My mother's name is Aone. I have written the address on the envelope. She lives at number 52 in the Blue District. The envelope handed to me was quite thick. Like, owie. It's just blue. I can only imagine how much he had to say to her. Like a whole packet. Aw. That thing in Yomi is no longer my son. I can see Tanji's pained expression in my mind. Well, hopefully this mom will accept her son's words. I'm sure it'll be okay. Canon was happy, so I'm sure things will be fine this time. I don't know if he was happy or just feigning happiness and just accepting the letters you gave him. I do apologize for the inconvenience, and I thank you for your help. You can leave it to me. As I carefully place the envelope in my bag, he continues speaking with an apologetic expression. And I know it's untoward of me to ask much more, but Could you advise me of my mother's state when you return? Oh, he wants to know how his mom is. She's not a bad person. I've not seen her now for over a year, so I've been rather worried. I could be here for the remainder of the day, so... I understand. I don't have many deliveries to make, so I should be back here this afternoon. Thank you very much. I'll be waiting. Hopefully you don't get held up somewhere. Can't believe he's a criminal. I wonder what he did. Alright, time to get inspected. Tatsuki. He's the the secretary. Good morning, Lady Olympia. Just gonna give the same name, same voice to all the NPCs that don't have faces. I guess Akaza isn't around today either. He's very busy. Good morning. Could you please review this letter for me today? Certainly. Olympia of the Blue. I've heard that name before. Oh, you know her? Feels quite recently, but I can't seem to remember. I'll have to check later. Thank you. What happened? Well, everything looks fine. Good luck with your delivery. Thanks. Oh, I won't. The Blue District. Wow. Have we been here before? Or has it just been that long? Like, so different. So different from all, like, the Western style districts. The letterbox at the bathhouse was empty today. With no other deliveries to do, I headed to the Blue District to deliver Aohito's letter. I hope I don't run into elder sister today. Not that I didn't like her. I mean, if you see her coming down the road, I mean, she's kind of easy to spot. But if she asked me how things were going, she would surely find out what feelings I had towards him. Number 50, which means that must be number 52. I stood in front of the address written in fine script on the envelope and proceeded to knock on the door. No one was answering. I hope she's okay. Maybe she's just out working. Maybe she's not home. Or maybe she didn't hear me? Hello? I couldn't hear anything from inside. Hopefully she's okay. Uh-oh. Anxious, I took a careful look around the house. That's strange. This should be the place, but it doesn't look like anyone lives here. The structure was intact, but the door looked dusty. There were weeds growing out of the pavement. Uh-oh. Did she, like, die? And was it like a while ago and just no one told Aohito and he was just writing to his mom, like, thinking she was still alive? He said he hasn't seen his mother for over a year, so maybe she's moved since then? I called out to a passerby to ask. Yeah, maybe she is dead. Maybe that's why, like, Tatsuki was just like, huh, there's something on, like, the tip of my brain here is like, Aone, sounds so familiar. It's probably like funeral rites or something. Hello there. Blue class resident. Oh! If it isn't Lady Olympia, how might I assist you? I came to deliver a letter to number 52. This is the house written here, isn't it? A frown suddenly appeared on his face. Uh-oh. Bad news. Huh? I forced a smile to continue the conversation. Oh, what is it? Is there a problem? Well, Aone was recently afflicted with haku. Wouldn't it be great if, like, maybe she took the treatment, the Tokichi Kutenne, and, like, survived, but it was in Yomi and can see her son, but I have a feeling this is not going in that direction. Unfortunately, the medicine didn't work. She passed away? He quietly nodded and kept his head down in silence, and no one told the son, like the next of kin. They know where he is, like, come on. This can't be. What should I say to Aohito? Now you have to be the bearer of bad news. I'm sorry, Byakuya. Seeing that I said nothing in response, the man lifted his head and spoke again. Lady Olympia, can you wait just a moment? He opened the door to the now empty home and went inside. Oh no, he's gonna have like something for me to deliver. Some memento. A short while later, he emerged with an old pocket watch. Can you please give this to Aohito? You can let him know that she was given a proper funeral. The pocket watch had a bluish glass cover with silver dusted across the top. This hole will be demolished and burned soon. It's common practice to purify everything that has been in contact with haku with fire. But I'm sure Lord Hirako will forgive me for bringing out this one piece. Thank you. Aww, no. I didn't ever want to feel regret over anything I had done. When I started my delivery service, I had high expectations and hope for what I would be doing. And now you're delivering some bad news. Akaza, Kuroba, and Yosogo were all busy, but they were willing to help, so I could do my best. But my mother is dead? I gave him the envelope and the pocket watch. Aohito's hands shook as he held them. He was not expecting this news. I see. I suppose one is not informed here about the deaths in one's family. Why should I be surprised? I am in Yomi after all. His forced smile was accompanied by tears in his eyes. I could only stand there, unable to say anything. Haku. I'm so sorry. I couldn't be of any help. What? Nonsense. You just sent word of my mother. Just as you said you would. Thank you very much, Lady Olympia. I'm afraid I need some time to myself. No, please excuse me. No, he's not gonna be able to, like, work after this, or function. Aohito squeezed the pocket watch tightly in his hand and hurried off, holding back tears. Another letter that didn't arrive at its destination. The only letter that actually reached its recipient was Kaina's. That's kind of sad. I started this wanting to do what I could, but did I really make the right choice? Standing here wasn't gonna bring Aohito back. But I couldn't bring myself to go anywhere else, leaving me to gaze up into Yomi's sky. What can I possibly do? Hey, what's the matter? Got a stomach ache? It was, like, also kind of ironic, like, Aohito was sent to Yomi, and it might have, like, actually spared him from, like, catching haku. If he was still around his mother, like, he might have contracted it as well. But yeah, it's still very sad. Like, after, like, a year, like, no word, really? Huh? Kuroba found us at a bad time. Oh, he's worried. I turned around at his voice and suddenly regretted it. You could see my face on the brink of tears. You know what you gotta do, Kuroba? You gotta comfort the woman. What happened? Did someone do something to you? I'm just regretting what I've been doing. I can't seem to get the letters delivered at all. What do you mean? I had a letter for someone in the Blue District, but it seems she died from haku recently. Oh. I wasn't able to deliver the letter to her. I knew it wasn't my fault. but I couldn't keep myself from expressing my thoughts. If I started my delivery service sooner, then maybe I could have delivered the letter while she was still alive. Let's not go what ifs, like, that'll never end. Even if she wasn't in the best of health, maybe I could have delivered it in time for her to read it. The envelope was really thick. I'm sure there was a lot in there he wanted her to read. Another letter was refused because the father said his son was dead to him. I've completely failed at my job. Miss, do you have any other plans for today? Plans? No, nothing really. I guess go on a date. How about coming to my lab for a cup of tea? Tea? I raised my eyebrow at his sudden invitation. Only I don't have any tea cakes. If you like something sweet, I'll buy it along the way. Oh. Alright, well, we get to see the lab. I couldn't resist my curiosity. I had been to the Kodawari a number of times, but never inside Kuroba's lab. Are you sure we didn't need to buy any sweets? I really don't have much to offer here. Thank you, but I didn't just follow you here for a free meal. I see. Step right in. Well, okay. Well, that's a very slim bed, but yeah, that has the necessities. A lot of science equipment back there. Or are we gonna make the tea? Is he gonna put it in like a beaker or something, or a flask? Well, at least it is like a spooky lab, but this is like a government building, so. Going out in the world brought me many surprises. But this place turned out to be the most intriguing of them all. Look at all this equipment. Gotta learn about all this chemistry equipment. There were things I had never seen before. Abyssero was really an impressive sight, but all the devices here were still in use. Look at all these huge books and those medicines. Ha ha ha. Glad you like the place. Plenty of things a healthy girl like you wouldn't know about, right? The place is incredible. Do you use all these tools for your checkups? These are more for research. Some test tubes, microscopes, measuring devices. I recognize those. These are the test tubes and these are the microscopes, right? Oh, I see you've been studying. Good. Well, this is the first time I've actually seen them in person. Wait, don't you sometimes carry test tubes with you? Is it on this person right now? Or I think it was like on his bag or something. I forgot. I already forgot. Or maybe I was making like Kuroba thumbnails for like the YouTube video, and I think I saw a flask somewhere on his person. I do. They come in handy for taking samples. Why don't you take a look in the microscope? The microscope? Are you sure? I accepted his offer and took a peek. All this technology. all this mix of technology. On the transparent slide was a single butterfly wing. Okay, can't magnify too much there. Why? The pattern on the wing looks so large. Interesting, right? You can increase the magnification by changing the lens. Lens? So this has nothing to do with Lady Amaterasu or Lord Hiroko's power? Just all lenses. Nope, humans made it. It's adjusting the light. Humans? Its words stuck in my mind very clearly. It worked not because of Lady Amaterasu or Lord Hiriko, but because it was made by humans. Yeah, it's like the religious girl just praying to Lady Amaterasu. Not everything is magic. Or are you the type who believes that every bit of good in this world is because of Lord Hiriko or Lady Amaterasu? And then you blame, like, the bad on, like, only the people. That's... Of course not. Of course not. Not even I see it that way. I see. Good to know that we think alike. Well, feel free to look around. I'll brew us some tea in the meantime. I give a small smile and turn my attention to the paraphernalia around me. Huh? This fish. Oh, what an interesting looking specimen. Could this be what people call a specimen? I read about things like this before. It looked kind of spooky and ethereal, like some sort of void fish. Are these like kind of like the weird glowy butterflies that like are down in Yomi? I thought the bones were white. Blue, purple, reddish purple. Just some kind of like showfish. The jars of specimens are all beautiful, as if they were made from a show. I saw fish, insects, and even bird specimens. Sorry for the wait. The sight of the cup in front of me reminded me that I came here to have a drink with him. Thank you. I slowly took a sip of the hot tea, and its floral aroma immediately calmed my mind. It's so good. I learned from Yosuga, so the tea I serve here is pretty close to its own blend. Heh, it does taste similar. Maybe I should ask him for the recipe too. Just come here if you want tea. Huh? Oh, he's like, don't go to anywhere else. Just come to my office. Kuroba's eyes narrowed as he took a sip from his cup. He don't want us to go to Yosuga. Go to Kuroba. You see, I came to the Kodawari because I wanted to make a medicine that could cure haku without the side effects. Oh, is he gonna ask for like blood? Cause you know, blood of the black can help cure haku, but with side effects. Maybe the white would have like the opposite effect, like, or it would help cure it, but without side effects. Like it wouldn't, in quotations, muddy up their colors. I nearly dropped my cup. I quickly set it down on the table to listen to what he had to say. It's not easy doing research at the hospital because they're all so hard-headed. But the Kodawari is led by an equally hard-headed director who doesn't allow external influences to affect my work. If I'd managed to develop that medicine sooner, maybe that mother in the blue wouldn't have died. Ah! It was then I finally realized he was trying to cheer me up. And probably ask for some blood too. How romantic. Can I get a sample? Unfortunately, most deaths on this island come from haku. 3 times as many as those from injuries or other conditions. I know it must have been tough not being able to complete your deliveries, but you don't need to feel bad about it. I wanted to say something, but I wasn't sure how to word it. God, imagine like they didn't have a cure for haku. It'd just like be absolutely pandemonium if like that was just spreading on the island and like no one could leave. My gratitude was more than I could express with words alone. Tatsugi came to me in Akaza earlier to apologize. He said he finally remembered that he saw the name Mahone on a death certificate. He was sorry he couldn't remember it sooner. I mean, yeah, it's a lot of details, like, to remember about every single person on the island. So, like, he, like, kind of remembered it. It was, like, on the tip of his brain, but it just slipped. Mahone of the Blue? I've heard that name before. It was out of his usual domain, so could you forgive him? Forgive him? I'm sorry he feels the need to apologize at all. It may be of no consolation, but the higher the color class, the greater the odds of them contracting haku. I guess it can't be helped since the people in the higher color classes are more susceptible to death. Yeah, it's like they're so hell-bent on color purity that it's like actually killing them. Would you mind telling me more about that? Why are they more susceptible than others? The clinical records at the hospital seem to prove it beyond a doubt. But of course the primary classes won't accept it as fact. Yeah, that would be like a weakness of them. As for the reason, let's see. I guess it's like how weeds are stronger than plants grown in a controlled environment like a greenhouse. Or like monocropping. Like when there's too many like individuals that are way too much alike, it's more likely for like a disease like very specific to them to spread among them. Or like how like it's like rare to like contract an illness from your pet and like vice versa. Because like genetically we're pretty different. Like between you and a pet, and then like it's same with people. If you're like way too genetically alike. Like if something could affect like you, or like if you're immune compromised, it's more likely to like spread if there's like a bunch of like individuals around you. As far as looks go, the higher the color classes are sorry, need some water. As far as looks go, the higher color classes are praised for their unblemished beauty, right? But when you look at how humans work, having a mix of blood tends to actually make them stronger. Really? Yeah, it's all like genetics. Like you don't want like genes that are like too much alike mixing. Or like when you have very related individuals, if there's like a mutation like within the genes that's like bad, usually you have like a copy of your genes from like your mother and your father. Like if one is faulty, but then you have like another like individual just like mating with each other, then like both copies are gonna be faulty, and well then you're just scredoodled. The more varied the color traits in the lower classes, the stronger they are. That immunity helps protect the body from various infections and diseases. In other words, these colors, so pure and beautiful to them, result in weaker bodies. A flood of thoughts came over me. Pure colors were weak and mixes of colors were strong. And yet the weaker class technically is like putting down the majority. Perhaps this was equality at work. I heard most leaders die from haku. Yeah, it's true. Lord Hagane of the yellow, Lord Akan of the blue, and Lord Sozin of the orange couldn't be saved by medicine. Okay, so we heard of Lord Hagane, like Doma took over for him. Lord Akan of the blue, I'm guessing that was Shura's husband? And Sozin must be Kanon's dad. So we got Akan, previous leader of the blue, and Shura's husband who died from haku. And then we got Sozin. I just think of Fire Lord Sozin, the previous leader of the orange who died from haku. His son Kanon succeeded him. And Kanon also contracted it, but survived. But with some, deformities. I'd love to say Lord Jigen and Lord Doma have lived a long time, but they're outsiders. I doubt they have the same kind of bodies as we do. Yeah, they even have like different color traits. Like Doma has black hair, like Jigen has like really light, like ashy brown hair. Like the only reason why they're considered of that color class is because they like absorbed a show crystal of that color class. For Yusugi, the yellow noble, and the mother the blue. I can only say that it was bad luck. There's no sure way of preventing haku. You can't escape it, even if you wanted. You remember how I told you before that haku happens spontaneously in the living? Someone healthy could develop hemoptosis or hemoptysis? For some reason I want to say apoptosis. Along with a white mold on the skin. Hemoptosis, a medical condition where blood bleeds into the respiratory system and is coughed up from the body. It varies from case to case, but if Tokijikuten is administered in the early stages, they've got a 50% chance, 90 with ne. As it progresses, the patient's skin undergoes necrosis, losing its color and eventually rotting off. A patient in this state is highly contagious. In the terminal stage, the chance of any drug efficacy is much lower. All you can do is wait as the patient rots to death. Is it like burning the house, like not gonna stop the spread? Is it like a zombie apocalypse? Like, are we just all infected and it's just the weaker ones are just dying off from it first? Hearing his description made me wince. The doctors of the island have been trying to find a complete cure for haku for ages. We analyzed medical literature that drifted ashore and tried every means with even the slightest chance. Every single thing. To be honest, our research has nearly come to a dead end. Huh? A dead end? So it can't be completely cured. Yeah, and it's like they can prevent the spread, or like at least stop people from dying from it, like with a 90% chance, but still, it's like it's still gonna crop up. Like maybe they think they can make a vaccine for it, so like no one has to experience it. The hospital's conclusion is that without any new methods or materials, we won't be able to make any breakthroughs in finding a cure. Which is why I'm trying to find the cure myself. Welcome! Are you here for breakfast, lunch, or dinner? Is that why he's like going down to Yomi? In particular, Lord Kuroba practically lives in the laboratory. Wait. He's been trying to find the cure for haku all this time? You think he was just messing around? Like, you think he was just lazy, just sleeping all day? If so, my view of him was in danger of changing completely. I gulped down the tea, suddenly realizing that my throat was strangely parched. I'm feeling hot and feverish again. Oh my, it's like, oh my, the scientist, man, trying to help the people, so hot. Maybe I should get some medicine. Get medicine from... I couldn't seem to look at him directly. All I could do was peek at him drinking his tea. Wow, Byakuya, you're very thirsty. Okay. He checks on all the children at Yomi and he's searching for a cure for this disease. And yet he's always teasing and playing around with me. There's so much I still don't know about him. Oh, I'm not trying to pressure you, but I'm looking forward to seeing the cure developed. Please do your best for everyone, so that they can be saved. I expressed my honest feelings and bowed my head to him with respect. Your words are all I need to keep me going. Oh, yes, but maybe a little blood, like... My cheeks were starting to sting. I could feel my heart beating madly, and I began to feel a bit dizzy. I didn't want to talk to him anymore, and at the same time, I wanted to talk to him as long as possible. It's like you want to flee, but you like him, so you want to stay. I'm not making any sense. I wasn't sure what was happening to me. I looked at the specimen from earlier. I decided to change the subject in hopes that I could get my mind and body to cool down. Can I ask you something else? That specimen there, isn't it? Or that's a specimen there, isn't it? Do you use it for your research? I carefully picked up the blue and purple fish specimen. Partly, but it's also my pastime. Pretty, right? They're all so vivid and beautiful. How do you make them? Is this like the show paint? Are you like using show embalming fluid or something? After I dye the bones, I place them in a special transparent culture. I gently shook the small jar in my hand. The fish skeleton looked like it was suspended in water, but the shaking jar didn't budge it. Isn't this, Moorish idol? Alright, that's a word I haven't heard before. A fish that lives in the ocean near Tengu Island. It has a flat body, a protruding mouth, and a long dorsal fin. The white, black, and yellow bands on his body lend to its unique appearance. Kind of just like reminds me of like an angelfish or something. It is. I'm surprised you can tell. I loved swimming with them back on Tengu Island. Oh. Memories of Mother. Specimen. They're really beautiful, but it's sad to know that I can't swim with this beauty again. Are you angry that I made that poor old Moorish idol into a specimen? No, not at all. I'm not angry in the slightest. But how can I phrase this? It would never again swim freely in the ocean. It would never again swim in front of my eyes. Seeing it in a jar like this makes it look like it's imprisoned. Ah. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to blame you or anything. Well, I guess the fish was gonna die sometime. Maybe it just like flopped ashore, like it was already dead. You're right about it being imprisoned. His response was unexpected. I looked at the Moorish idol specimen again. It's lost its ability to swim, but now it doesn't have to worry about haku. It can remain beautiful forever without ever turning black. Fish are susceptible to haku too? Is this like a little science experiment here? I've been doing all kinds of research. You never know where you can find a miracle cure. Oh god, if it's in the fish. It's like one of the food sources. Gonna be like bird flu. Like gonna travel through avian means. I've sampled all sorts of flora. Fish, of course. Blood and skin. Animal entrails. You name it. I see. It wasn't anger at all. I suppose loneliness was the closest word to describe the feeling. Have you ever swum among them before? I admit I like to have a drink while looking out at the ocean, but I haven't gone swimming myself. It feels really nice. You should try it. If you're lucky, you might be able to swim with different kinds of fish. That sounds fun and all. But throwing a novice like me out there is irresponsible, isn't it? I'm gonna need a lifeguard. How about we go to the beach together then? Oh wow, just inadvertent date. I guess your islander blood makes you like the ocean. Yes, I love the ocean. I haven't had many opportunities to swim since I got here, though. If you like, I can show you the Moorish idols. Alright. Then let's go now. Huh? Wait. I need to get ready first. Gotta get our swimsuits. As in a bathing suit? What, you think I just go in naked? Like, maybe you'd like that. Well, Tsukiyomi told me that I need to wear one when I swim out in public. Oh. Meaning, yeah, that's right, she used to just, like, swim out naked before because, like, there was only women on the island. Yosuka also told me last time that I shouldn't expose myself to anyone besides the person I... she's like, oh. Wow, Kuroba, if they didn't say anything to her, you would have like had a really weird but probably awesome moment where she just like stripped naked and you're like would have been like, what the heck? A word of advice. From this day forward, never expose yourself like this except in front of the man you love. I wasn't sure why his advice was making me blush beyond belief. Yeah, you were this close to just like getting naked in front of a guy that like you barely know yet. What's the matter? What did he say to you? Nothing at all. You wait at the beach while I go and get ready. Okay. Running again? She really is different from when she's on stage. I think I'll ask Yosoga later. Oh, we're at the beach already? Sorry for the wait. Oh, that was quick. I just got here myself. Do you have swimsuit too, or are you gonna go in your lab coat? Oh, right. I couldn't wait to go swimming. It's a really nice day for it. I'm sure there are fish other than Moorish idols here. What's wrong with me? Am I still embarrassed? I'm wearing a bathing suit like I'm supposed to, and I didn't say anything strange, right? And still feel a little exposed. Also, are we going to see the bathing suit, or is it just going to be implied? There's nothing for me to be ashamed about. Oh, there we go. Oof. There it is. Oh, okay, I can't really see it up close, but hey, they actually made a swimsuit portrait of her. Now let's go. Just follow me the best as you can. I can teach you how to swim too. He's like, whoa, the little blushies. Like, uh-oh. Huh? Is there a problem? Am I wearing this wrong? No, it suits you. You look great in it. Now I think about it, her dance's attire is really something else too. Can't believe how careless she is, showing her skin like this. Did you say something? Nope. Okay. Kuroba took off his shirt, tie, and shoes and pulled off his shirt. Oh my. Okay. I still have his pants on. We actually get to see him like kind of like semi like exposed. Not like Tokisada. I mean, he had a reason though. He was like trying to hide his neck with his little collar. I don't have any swimwear, so I guess this'll have to do. Also, he's like, look at those abs for like being a doctor man and just sitting around in his lab. How do you do that? How do you get that body? Gasp. And you're both like not fully exposed, but like swimsuit level exposed. I backed away in shock. So quickly that I nearly lost my balance. Huh? Are you embarrassed to see me like this? You're not all too clothed yourself. I'm not embarrassed. Not embarrassed. So you're lusting after my body then. Okay, Kuroba. Not at all. I see. It's easy to tell when the color change is so dramatic. You're blushing from head to toe. She looks like a shrimp or something. I'm not blushing. Could it be? You've never seen a man's body? Gasp. That's it. I see, of course. Being raised on an island with only women, you wouldn't have the opportunity to see a man's body. What, is he gonna be like, behold? Let me teach you about the splendors of a man's body. While we're at it, why don't you study my body as much as you want? Sweet, inquisitive Olympia. Okay, Kuroba. I don't really need to learn anything. Come now, it's good to be in the know. I mean, you are looking for a husband. If you don't know anything about a man's body, you'll be in trouble when it's time for intercourse. I know how it works. My governess told me. Here, you can touch me all you want. Free of charge, just for you. Okay, Kuroba. Wow. What if she takes you up on the offer? What are you gonna do about it? I have a feeling he's like just teasing now, but... Like, what if she's like actually into it? I'm not gonna touch you! I'm done here. I'm going home. Oh no, don't cut off the date early. Going home? Even he's like, wait, no. You took it too far, Kuroba. Hey, you're not really going, are ya? You want to see a novice like me drown and wash up bloated and lifeless on the beach? Oh, the guilt. I don't care. You're free to swim and drink up as much water as you please. Oh no, I forgot about tonight. I just remembered. I have to go on stage tonight. But it's still 2 in the afternoon. I need to prepare, so excuse me. Wait. Oh no, she got scared. Oh, maybe next time then. I could hear Kuroba calling me from behind. But there's no way I could look back now. He's gonna regret this. Like, dang it, you took it too far. I know you were teasing, but you took it too far. Oh, Daifuku. Gotta get my Daifuku voice modulator.
Hime, are you okay? Why do you guys have ice bags on your head?
Don't worry, Daifuku. I'm just feeling a bit feverish. You can't cure it with ice, Byakuya. You have the hots for Kuroba. Why was I so embarrassed back there? Maybe Kuroba was right. Maybe it's because it was the first time I've seen a man's body like that before. Now we're gonna like, this route gonna be like, oh, let's play doctor. and let's check up on each other's bodies. I want to forget what happened. You're getting way too aware of him. I'm not gonna do well on stage like this. I need to forget about it and focus on tonight. I lay down on my bed and pressed the ice bag against my face. I needed to dance tonight to keep the sun shining. I needed to make sure my mind wasn't muddled, but... I feel like the ice is gonna melt away. Oh, we're gonna see the ceremony again? No. Oh, little Byakuya, your monarchy. Is that the time of the month? My menarche? That's right, and congratulations. It is proof you are ready to bear children. She's still too young though. Don't let a girl this young bear children. But there's blood coming out. I'm not gonna die, am I? This will come every month from now on. But do not worry, it is just part of being a woman. I see. Women who reach the age of 18 are able to marry and bear children with their husband. That is proof that you are ready for intercourse. Intercourse? Are you gonna teach us, or are you just gonna be like, just lie down and let your husband deal with it? I'll explain to you what that means. I'll pray you will bear children of beautiful color. I never expected to dream about that. Maybe it's because of what happened today. Could it be? You've never seen a man's body? Just go away! Bad thoughts, bad.
Hime, what is it?
Daifuku? I'm sorry about that. It's nothing. Really nothing. Ugh. I spent more time than usual purifying myself, but can't seem to settle my mind. Can't scrub the brain. I sure hope I'm ready.
It appears the sun has completely set.
Yes, I was wondering earlier if it would.
There seems to be even more people here than before. I suppose more people wish to catch a glimpse of you driving away the darkness.
There are so many people gathered at the harbor that they barely seem to fit. I needed to continue meeting their expectations. That is alright. It's my job to protect the sun. I'll continue to dance with all I have to prevent the world from falling to darkness.
Lady Olympia, has something good happened by any chance?
Huh?
You're talking more than usual, and I believe this is the first time I've seen you smile aboard this boat.
No, she's not the doll anymore. Ah.
Forgive me, it was not my place.
No, you're absolutely right. I've been in very good spirits recently.
I'm pleased to hear it. Now we've arrived.
Alright, the beautiful shrine on the water. The crowd looks larger than before. Are we gonna see Kuroba on there? Are we gonna send him the Iroha flower? Or is it gonna be something different? I wonder if he's watching. Even after preparing myself fully for the ritual, his face still came to mind. I'll dance my very best, but I only wish he was here watching. I know he's busy with his research, so he must be back at the laboratory with his test tubes. I chuckled, remembering what the rower said. Yes, I'm out in the world now, and I'm not a doll anymore. Oh, another dance. With their skimpy outfit, she's gonna be like more aware of it. Her shrine maiden bikini. I can laugh, get angry, and if I'd managed to develop that medicine sooner, maybe that mother in the blue wouldn't have died. And I can fall in love. Yep, she knows. She knows she's fallen in love. Alright, paper roses. Alright. Now we're gonna make some origami. Doesn't seem like she sent anything out in the water, though. A little bit different from Tokisada's route. She's just gotta admit it to Kuroba. Alrighty, well, this was a longer chapter. Glad that, like, the romance is progressing, and we're also learning more about Kuroba and his research. Yeah, I'm very curious to see, like, where this is going. He's gonna have to, like, do something about, like, finding a cure for haku, and I feel like Byakuya is, like, gonna want to help with that. Alrighty, well, I need a little breaky break, drink some water, stop myself from stuttering so much. Drink some coffee. This coffee probably gonna make you stutter more. Gotta heat it up a bit. Alrighty, well, anywho, yeah, I hope you guys are having a fun and relaxing time, and I'll see ya in the next episode. Bye-bye.